Hello, it's been a very long time. I haven't made a YouTube video in God knows how many months, maybe even over a year at this point. But anyways, good morning to my Dota degenerates, maybe good afternoon, good evening, whatever the fuck. Basically, this is how to lose a lane in 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and it's gonna be a super short, super sweet video, I hope, and let's get straight into it. In this lane, it's Legion Commander carry, I don't know, don't ask, with Oracle Pos 5 into Pos 4 Gyro and Pos 3 Tiny. So, the idea in this lane should be that Gyro will do Gyro things. He has Rocket Barrage because he's a psycho. And he's going to walk into the lane and he's going to take really efficient trades level 1. Tiny is a zero armor hero that wants to be using his only trading ability to secure CS in lane in order to play for his level 3 power spike. The level 2, level 3 power spike is pretty strong. Ours in Legion's level 2, not so great. Our level 3 is maybe playable, but if we're playing level 3 and we go to point blank range, we're just going to get, like, face tanked with a bunch of magic damage, unless I go Fate's Edict, and if I go Fate's Edict in, like, a 1-1-1 build, then we're kind of not really doing super hot on the trades anyway and doesn't feel great. So, our best chance is our level 1 timing in this lane.
You just did that.
So, everything is going to matter for these level 1 timings. First mistake of the lane, I shouldn't even be here. I should be standing to the north and pepping a zero armor Tiny. Gyro cannot really trade that well into Legion. Legion has 3 armor, Gyro has 47 base damage. If he commits into the wave, Rocket Barrage damage gets spread. So, the fact that I'm not here immediately pepping the living hell out of this guy is a game-losing mistake. Mistake number 2, I'm starting with a shitload of regen into a lane that actually doesn't trade that well into me. They have to be point-blank range on both of their heroes in order to trade with me. All I need to do is position in such a way that I am never in point-blank range, and I will win every single trade in this lane. So, realistically, I could have started one set of Tangos and Windlace, be fine. In terms of how my other sort of regen distribution works, I could have gone for maybe a little bit more right-click damage, but I think the salve is still fine, because this is still a lane we're going to need to heavy commit into. Again, I'm hitting this Gyro instead of hitting this Tiny. Tiny still has, like, barely any Tangos, and I'm not abusing that fact. I'm letting Gyrocopter get point blank into me. Again, I'm playing this type of hero, and I'm trying to chase the Gyro. There's no need to. If I'm standing here, I'm hitting this Tiny, or realistically, I should just be standing north and hitting Tiny with Windlace. If Tiny moves to the right side, I pivot around, I move to the right side, and I chase his ass. This is not too bad. This is not too bad. Again, I'm just in point blank range. If I had a Windlace there, I'm completely kiting out this hero. But then the Tiny steps up, and look how, like, look how much of a favorable trade this would have been if I'd had the Windlace. I would have taken 0 damage out, Tiny would have kept chasing for nothing, Legion would have got this amazing trade-off, and they don't have a salve to reset. I, on the other hand, have a salve to reset. Now, game-losing mistake number, I can't remember how many game-losing mistakes I've already made. I didn't just instantly salve. They have no regen. They're half HP. All I need to do is stand back, salve. We're going to hit our level 2 timing in like 2, maybe 3 creeps, I'm not sure. And then we're just going to slap them. We're just going to slap them. Tiny still needs many creeps for level 2. Like, I should just immediately be salving here. Make sure I have the HP to contest this pull. Not sure. This lane's kind of a weird one, whether I should have blocked the hard camp or not. I feel like if they were better players, or if we'd played this lane better, then I wouldn't have needed to. Right? We got the first Tiny kill. But it was harder than it should have been. It was a lot harder than it should have been. Another game-losing mistake. I stack this. If I want to pull hard camp north like this against a lineup that scales to be stronger than we are, then I should have sentryed this camp, if this is how I want to play. And realistically, the type of pulls I want to make this lane, I think, are based around the hard camp, just because, like, they have a easy humming missile, like, set up into avalanche tossback to, like, get really good trades on Legion. And most carries at this level, like the Immortal Divine level, still don't realize that it's a terrible idea to stand in lane against repositioning spells. So,
triage.
Based on that alone, like, this hard camp is gonna, like, make life so unnecessarily complicated for us now. Again, I still think I should have, at this point, if I didn't start Windlace, I should have gone on Windlace. Into, like, another sentry, maybe another salve even, because I know I'm gonna, like, if we can man up through all their burst damage, we'll basically win every trade. Win every fight. I don't know why I'm walking like this. There's no reason to run in like this, but he's used all his trading spells, so whatever. I'm salving now. Again, Do I really need to do this, or do I just need to be hitting the 0 armor tiny with nothing? Again, I don't know what my Legion's buying. Brown Boots Mango. It's kind of weird, chat, I'm not gonna lie. My Legion is doing some interesting things over here, trying to trade 1v2. Again, this is just Divine Immortal carry players. Like, as a pos 5, you need to make this lane practically unlosable. These heroes should not even be in this scenario, because you know your carry is going to throw. You have to assume your carry is going to throw the lane randomly, because they will. So you need to do everything almost flawlessly. Now, maybe I should have considered, oh, why don't I use my spells on the hero in lane with this new Legion Commander Luke, which is crazy. Damage per hero is 65, so 65 damage, plus another 65 damage, plus another 32 damage. So 130, 160 nuke damage on top of both of my nukes. And I've just hit level 3. This guy should be dead instantly. Instead, what do? I grief. I target the tiny. So that was terrible target priority. And on top of that, the hard camp, which I stacked for the enemy team, and they pulled, surprise, surprise, has resulted in my Legion commander losing a full wave. So not only did we not get a kill, my Legion took a terrible trade, and she lost basically a full wave of creeps. And at most, I'm about to deny maybe 1 creep. In a lane where we should be absolutely dominant on the first waves, the Tiny started with, like, no armor items at all into a lane that peps the shit out of him. He has gyro support that basically can't do anything for him. Like, this is awful. As far as I'm concerned, this is the strongest power spike we'll have in this lane. And our execution of our power spike has resulted in Tiny being, like, only 200 gold behind. An off-lane Tiny. There's a reason this hero isn't played that much off-lane and higher MMR pubs. This hero gets eviscerated, and I would know because I played off-lane Tiny. And this should be much less Tiny favored. If I'm in this situation as Tiny, I'm actually, like, really happy. This guy isn't even going stick. And he's getting away with this. So yeah, this is how to lose a game in 3 minutes and 15, or 3 minutes and 18 was what I originally wanted to say, because then that's when this creep dies, that my Legion loses, and I don't even get the CS. Right. How to lose a lane in 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can say. Probably not. Anyways, toodaloos. Thank you.